Onyeka Onwenu was a multifaceted luminary who shone brightly in various spheres. From her melodious voice that captivated millions to her unwavering commitment to social justice, Onwenu's legacy is one of inspiration and resilience. Born on January 31, 1952, in Obosi, Anambra State, Nigeria. Originally from Arundisa-Ogu, a small town in Idayato North local government area of Imo State in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Onyeka Onwenu was the youngest daughter of the Nigerian educationist and politician D.K. Onwenu. A prominent educationist and politician, tragically passed away when she was just 4. This loss, while undoubtedly painful, ignited a fire within her and propelled her to a life of purpose and achievement. She was very creative, gifted, skillful and talented, and was described as an elegant stallion by the Nigerian press. Onyeka Onwenu completed both her primary and secondary school education in Nigeria. She obtained both her first school leaving certificate and West African Senior School certificate. After completing her secondary school education, Onyeka Onwenu proceeded to Wellesley College of Massachusetts in the United States of America, where she graduated with a bachelor's degree in international relations and communication. After obtaining her first degree in international relations and communication, she proceeded to the New School for Special Research in New York, United States, and did a master's degree in media studies. Her career as an NTA employee, Onwenu made an impact as a newsreader and reporter. In 1984, she wrote and presented the internationally acclaimed BBC NTA documentary Nigeria, A Squandering of Riches, which became the definitive film about corruption in Nigeria. Also, the intractable Niger Delta agitation for resource control and campaign against environmental degradation in the oil-rich region of Nigeria. A former member of the NTA board, she has also worked as a TV presenter, hosting the shows Contact 1988 and Who's On 1993, both on NTA Network. Onyeka Onwenu began her musical career as a secular artist, but made the transition to gospel music in the 90s, and most of her songs are self-penned. She wrote and sang about issues such as health, HIV/AIDS, peace and mutual coexistence, respect for women's rights, and the plight of children. She began her recording career in 1981 while still with the NTA, releasing the album For the Love of You, a pop album which featured an orchestral cover of Johnny Nash's Hold Me Tight, produced by Berkeley Jones. Her second album was Endless Life, produced by Sonny Akoson, and included another cover, the Everly Brothers' Walk Right Back. Both records were released under the EMI label. Onwenu's first album with Polygram, In the Morning Light, was released in 1984. Recorded in London, it featured the track Masterplan, written by close friend Tina Onwediwe. She had previously contributed to Onwenu's BBC documentary and subsequently sang backup vocals on the album. In 1986, she released One Love, which contained an updated version of the song, In the Morning Light, from the previous album. Another song, You and I, was re-recorded for the 2001 film Conspiracy, starring Nkem Owo and Onwenu herself. For the 1988 album Dancing in the Sun, Onwenu adopted a more Afrocentric sound and collaborated with veteran Juju artist Sunny Addy on the track, Madawalahan, Let Them Say. This was the first of 3 songs the pair worked on together, the other 2, Choices, and Wait For Me, centered on family planning. They were endorsed by the Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria, who used Choices in their PSA. Dancing in the Sun, Onwenu's final release on Polygram, was dedicated to Winnie Mandela, the subject of a song of the same name which Onwenu performed live when Nelson Mandela and his wife visited Nigeria in 1990 following his release from prison. Onwenu diverted to Benson and Hedges music in 1992 and released the self-titled Onyeka, her only album with the label, after which she made the transition to Christian gospel music. Her latest collection, Inspiration for Change, focused on the need for an attitudinal change in Nigeria. She was in partnership with Paris-based The Cave Music, headed by a Nigerian cultural entrepreneur, Onyeka Onwenu, and a UK-based Jungle Entertainment Ventures, headed by musicologist David Evans Uhegbu. The Cave Music is set to release her collection titled, Rebirth of a Legend. In recognition of her contribution to music and arts in Nigeria, she was celebrated by professionals like Mahmoud Ali Balogun, Laulu Akins, Charles Ochudor, and former PMAN President Tony Okoroji, among others in the arts industry in Nigeria. In 2013, Onwenu served as one of the 3 judges on X Factor Nigeria. Onyeka's acting career saw significant milestones with her performances in notable films and television series. Her portrayal in The Woman I Love and Ripples earned her accolades and established her as one of Nigeria's leading actresses. Her ability to bring depth and authenticity to her roles made her a sought-after talent in the Nigerian film industry. Beyond entertainment, Onyeka used her acting career as a platform for social advocacy. Her involvement in films with social and political themes reflected her commitment to addressing important issues facing Nigerian society. Her work in these films often highlighted issues such as gender equality, social justice, and the empowerment of women. Beyond her musical prowess, Onwenu was a vocal advocate for social justice and human rights. She used her platform to raise awareness about issues affecting women, children, and the marginalized. Her commitment to empowering women was unwavering, and she served as a role model for countless individuals. Onwenu's involvement in politics was a natural extension of her activism. She held various positions, including the Executive Director, Chief Executive Officer of the National Center for Women Development. Her dedication to public service was driven by a desire to create a better society for all. In 2000, Onwenu protested against her former employer NTA over their refusal to pay royalties on her songs. NTA2 Channel 5 had used Ayogogo, a track from the Onyeka album, in station idents without asking her permission. After then-Director General Ben Murray Bruce blacklisted her from transmission, she embarked on a hunger strike outside the station's premises. Onwenu's activism attracted widespread support from various artists, including Charlie Boy, who lambasted Nigeria's reluctance to pay royalties when songs are broadcast on television and radio. NTA resolved to settle the issue amicably, but denied barring Onwenu from appearing on their channels. The protest was called off after 6 days when Onwenu and NTA came to an arrangement regarding royalties. Many people know very little about Onyeka Onwenu's marital life, while some don't know that she got married to Muslim Yoruba man, whose last name is Ogunlend. The union produced 2 sons, Tijani and Ibrahim Ogunlend, but the latter changed his first name to Abraham. Singer's marital life was rocked with several controversies. One of the most famous ones was when it was alleged that she was in a relationship with King Sunny Ade. The rumors became more widespread in the late 1980s and early 1990s when the pair worked together multiple times on different records. But the singer-turned-actress denied it every time she was asked if she dated or was ever in a relationship with the great King Sunny Ade, cause of her death. As narrated by Peter Obi. Yesterday, Tuesday the 30th of July 2024, provided a very devastating moment for me as I witnessed a tragic event that will forever be etched in my memory. I was present at the event where the iconic song star, Onyeka Onwenu, performed a couple of her songs, ending up with her famous song, One Love Keep Us Together. It was a beautiful performance, but little did we know it would be her final bow. Just about a few minutes after her performance, she sat down and drank some water and immediately collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. I followed her to the hospital. I watched in pain as the doctors and medical staff fought tirelessly and battled to save her life, doing everything possible to bring her back to life, but eventually came out with the sad news that she was gone. Despite the valiant efforts, she sadly passed away after over 2 hours of intense struggle. My heart goes out to her children, family, friends, and loved ones during this difficult time. May we find the strength and courage to bear this irreparable loss. We mourn the loss of a true icon, Onyeka Onwenu. This remarkable woman graced us with her incredible talent, firm spirit, and dedication to human rights and social activism. She was a trailblazer in the Nigerian music and entertainment industry, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire generations to come. Known for her powerful voice and elegant presence, Onyeka Onwenu touched the hearts of many through her music, acting, and advocacy work. Her passing is a tremendous loss not just for Nigeria, but for the world. As we honor her memory, let us remember her as the elegant stallion she was, strong, graceful, and unapologetically herself. May her spirit live on through her art and the lives she touched. Rest in peace, Onyeka Onwenu. Your light will never be forgotten.